Howdy folks, welcome back to Cray Outdoors. Today we are finally getting the kayak out on the Allegheny River. We picked up our Seneca Nation license yesterday, did pretty well in the ponds. Today we're hitting the river. River looks to be in about perfect shape. I'm excited to fish it. I've never actually fished this section of the river by kayak. I guess the primary target today is pike and smallmouth. This river is great for walleye, but this time of year, middle of summer, dog days of summer, not great walleye fishing. Really not great pike or smallmouth fishing either, but again, the conditions of the river itself are actually in pretty good shape at the moment. So the other cool thing is we saw an otter while we were launching the kayak. That's only the third otter I've ever seen. I think he's still over there somewhere. He was bopping around in those weeds over there. Well, this is fun. The unfun part is going to be paddling back up all of this. Paddling back up all of this is not going to be fun whatsoever. Ooh, look at this. I spy some fish habitat. I spy some fish habitat. Let's paddle over to it. I got a fish. Feels decent too. Uh-oh. Could be a carp even. No, I think it's a big smallie. Big smallie. No, 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 no. That was my concern right there. He did it. He went under the log. Now he's starting to move the whole kayak. It's a big smallie. You know what? I'm going to net this thing before the situation gets any more out of hand. There we go. Now we got him. Not even that big of a smallie. Smallies just fight so hard. Whew. Alright. We're at this current break here. Going back up these rapids is going to be such a pain in the butt. Again, if I didn't have, if I had a cheap kayak, it wouldn't even be possible. I think with this sucker it's going to be possible, but it's going to be darn difficult. In any event, we got ourselves first nice smallie here of the trip. First nice fish of the trip. Taking a break at the current break. Bait off. Rewarded ourselves with a nice smallmouth. He's a chunker. He's probably an 18-incher. I might be exaggerating. He's a 17-incher. He's a 17-incher. Maybe even 16 and a half. They just fight so hard, man. I'm not used to even, you know, Florida largemouth. They don't fight that hard. Well, I've been told that where the Allegheny River meets this wall here, that it's good fishing. That's the Southern Tier Expressway above me. It's interesting seeing the expressway from this perspective. Usually I'm up on top driving by, looking at the river, wishing I was fishing. It's good to be on the river, actually fishing. Smallmouth number 2. I knew I was going to get one by that big old rock right there. Whoa, he's a jumper. He's a jumper and a big one. He's a jumper and a big one. Oh, this is bigger than the last one, I think. Alright, now we need to fight him more. This is big, definitely bigger than the last one. These things fight so freaking hard. Barely keeping my rod up here. This is a much bigger one. Don't let go of the rod now. Don't let go of the rod now. No, 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 no. I missed it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. He does not want to get in that net. These things fight so hard, dude. Holy cow. I should have filmed that cast. I saw that big rock. I knew there had to be a smallmouth hanging out by it. Wowee. Wowee. There we go. There we go. That might be our 18-incher. Be careful where that hook is before I go and grab him. That might be our 18-incher. These hooks have quite the barb on them. I might end up bending that barb down. That said, these smallmouths have been jumpers and fighters, so maybe we need that barb. I don't know. In any event, I'm not going to measure him. He's no 18 inches. He's about the same size as the last one, actually. They're deceptive because they're fighting so hard. Because they're fighting so hard, I think they seem bigger than they are. I'm over-guesstimating him. He's not even measurable size. If we get a real big one, we'll measure it. Wow. Man. Just, you know, nothing, and then just erupts into chaos so fast and you catch a fish. Got a fish. I'm reeling in, I kept getting smacked. I thought I was hitting rocks. Turns out I was hitting smallmouth. It's a little guy. There's just a little rock skipper. Alright, I bent this barb down because I kept having issues. Alright, little rock skipper. See ya. Wondering if I should use a twister tail. This tube is a little bit slow for how fast we're moving. I got a big old spoon on that pole, but I mean, this pole we're keeping rigged for pike. This one we're keeping rigged for smallmouth. Smallmouth are going to be in places like these rocks I'm going over. Rocky areas like this is the type of places the smallmouth like. Pike like the muddy flats where we started off. Now this must be the Great Valley here. My original plan was to paddle up the Great Valley a little ways. Oh, he just missed one. Oh no, he grabbed it again. He just picked it up again. He just picked it up again. I just saw him. He ain't done. He ain't done. Got him for real this time. Oh, oh, he jumped and said, F you, I'm out of here. I think he's still there. I still see him. Let's see if he's dumb enough to bite again. Oh, dang it. That was tangled at the top. Oh, man. Alright, I don't know what I was saying. I didn't even turn the camera on to film the bite there. I turned the camera on to film to say that we're near the Great Valley. My original plan was to paddle up the Great Valley, but when we drove over it earlier, it looked super, super low. So the Allegheny looks to be in about perfect shape. The Great Valley looks low, so we might just hang out on the Allegheny. It's just, we got him, baby, we got him. Lighter smallie, it is. Lighter smallie. Out of the tree, 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 out of the tree. Damn it. That'll F me over right there. Still got the fish though. That's all that counts. I saw fish busting all over this tree over here, so I purposely kind of got my kayak hung up on it. Probably should have paddled in front of it and anchored up, but decided to go the lazy way and just purposely get my kayak stuck on it. And we got another nice little smallie. Not little, it's a medium, average size cookie cutter smallmouth, I'd say. Alright, buddy, it's kind of warm out here, so we'll put you right back in the water. How's that sound? Whoa, gave me a splash. It's okay, it feels good, it's hot out here. Cool. One, whoa. Smaller one, but it still darn fights, huh? I don't even know what I'm saying. It's hot out here. I'm starting to speak gibberish, I feel like, on the camera. But we got another smallmouth. How the heck did I hook him there? Hooked him square in the cheek. This is a weedless lure. No idea how that hook happened. Alright, buddy. Hopefully you'll be alright. Sorry. Feisty enough. Hit again. Oh no, he's on there. Oh, getting bit every cast. Alrighty, now for the fun part. Fighting the rapids back. Oh, we're barely going anywhere. Are we? Yeah, we're going forward. We're pushing forward. We're pushing forward. This is not good. This has got to be reeled in more. Whew. It's going to be a long journey. Where's water? It's pre-game. Some water. Oh, man. Man, oh man, oh man. Should have just had somebody pick me up in dang Salamanca. Here we go. Back upstream we go. We got to where the good smallmouth fishing was, but now we gotta get back. We're gonna throw in the towel and play the drag it game. We're barely going anywhere. I think I'm moving forward, but I'm moving forward by inches. It's gonna take all freaking day, and I'm gonna run out of steam before too long. I'm gonna play the drag and drop method here. Should have put a darn rope onto here. I actually could use the anchor rope. Actually beach yourself over here. I see a good area. We can drag it up through the worst of the current. Looks like going along this here bank. Whew. Go. Now we've got to not let go of the kayak. Alright, we found a way to utilize the anchor rope for success. This is going to be a lot easier than trying to paddle up this. Whew. I don't know that this is that much easier than paddling, but we're making progress. We're heading upriver. We're almost to the flat. Let's try paddling again. Almost there. See if we can paddle our way back from here. Whoa, are we moving? This thing upside down backwards. Here we go. Are we moving? I think we're slowly going forward. Gonna get my arm workout today anyway. Alrighty, finally made it back to the flat. We fished the flat earlier, we didn't catch anything, but maybe now that it's starting to cool off, the pike will come out and play. We're gonna hit the flat one last time, see if we can pull out a pike. You can catch smallmouth here too. And then we're gonna call it quits and get out of here before dark. Gotta make it down that sketchy road yet. We finally got our pike. Either there, it's another bass. Oh no, it's a big smallmouth. Holy cow. This is the biggest smallmouth yet. Could be a largie too, actually. Don't do that under the kayak business. You know I don't like that. No, it's a big small. Big small. Biggie smalls here. Biggest smallmouth yet. He fights so hard. It's a big long one. He's shaped like a freaking pike. I'm gonna tire out yet. You're not going under your branches. Oh sir, no sir, no sir. There you are. Biggest one yet. They fight so hard in here, gosh. Nice catching river smallies, I guess. You know, in Florida, them peacock bass, they fight harder than the largemouth, but they're not in rivers, you know, they don't have them muscles that these suckers do. That's a measurer. He's a measuring fish. Whew, look at that, choked that tube. Choked it super deep. Hopefully he'll be alright. Good thing we bent that barb down. I'm gonna get my bigger pliers here. He's a chunk, man. He's a 3-4 pounder. That could be, he could go 4 pounds. Hopefully he lives. Did kind of choke that hook. Not an artificial, but you know, just got all that hate on my one video for bass fishing with live bait. Here I am bass fishing with artificials, and they're still swallowing it. Get a quick measurement on him. And get him back in the water, he's bleeding. Yeah, we'll call him 18.5. His tail's kind of bent right there. So, you know, he goes to the 18. If we stretched him out, we can easily get another ½ an inch out of him. Yeah. We'll go 18.5. Yeah. He's chunky too. He could be 4 pounds. He could go 4 pounds. Get that picture. Let him go. Alright, buddy, let you go when you're ready. There he goes. Cool. Biggest one of the day. Finally got one that broke the 18-inch mark. Hanging out right underneath this tree. You can see right where I caught him. He has some darn good habitat there. I thought a pike was going to come out and grab it, and then when it was that big fish taking drag, I thought that's what happened, but nope, just another fighter smaller. Picked up another one. Probably our last fish of the day. Probably, I don't know. There's a little bit between here and the launch. Alright, little smallie. Ooh, see you, buddy. Well, we're calling it quits. Ended up being a decent day for the middle of August. I'm happy. You know, people always ask me, is the SNI license really worth it? I mean, we did pretty well at the pond yesterday, and today we did pretty well at the river, considering the time of year. I've been in western New York for 3 weeks now, and haven't done very well. We hit that school of gar the one day below the spillway. Other than that, man, it's been pretty darn slow fishing. We were out on a real fishing boat on Lake Erie and out on Lake Chautauqua this weekend, and wasn't very good. But we did decent here on the SNI, so I'm happy. Couple, I think 7 smallmouth today, and 5 of those were decent size. 1 master angler class fish at the end there, so I'm very happy. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next fishing adventure.